from the Crochet Cat, and today I will be showing you the very basics of crochet. So if you have never crocheted before, so if you're just looking this up on the internet, just how to crochet for absolute beginners, then this is the video for you. So what you will need for this is a crochet hook. I am using a size 5 or an H, a pair of scissors, and some sewing needles. I keep mine in a case, and for this tutorial I will be using Lily Sugar and Cream, which is a cotton yarn. So I will just be teaching you some very basic stitches here for this video, just the chain stitch and the single crochet, and I will be teaching you just a couple of the most basic stitches, so this will get you started. And you can use these for all kinds of things, washcloths, scarves, and this will be the first video in a series of how to crochet for absolute beginners, so you can get started on your crochet journey. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take the end of your yarn, and you're going to leave a couple inches off on the end here, and we are going to make what is called a slip knot. This is how you would start off all of your projects. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make a loop. Take the end of your yarn and just wrap it over the working end, which is the end that is attached to the ball or skein of yarn. And so you'll have a loop just like this, and you will fold it over that working end of yarn. So we have our loop, and I'm just gonna fold it over like this. And so it should look like a pretzel. So you'll have that loop, and then you'll see this strand of yarn on the inside. You're going to want to take that strand on the inside and pull. Now a slip knot, if you pull on it, it will come undone. So you will just take that loop and put it on your hook, and there is your slip knot. So that is how you would start off all of your projects. The next thing to know is how to hold your yarn. How I hold my yarn personally is I take this end and I wrap it around my finger this way. So I take it from the left and bring it over to the right, and then I take this finger and my thumb and I grab that knot with these two fingers. And how you would hold your hook is, this is called the thumb rest. You put your thumb there and your hand holds the end of the hook. So you should be moving your hand to move the slip knot. So how you would do a chain is you're gonna wrap the yarn over from back to front. So you don't want to do it this way. You want to take it from the back to the front. And you are going to, so how you do this is you're going to take it from the back to the front, and then you're going to slide that loop, and don't pull too hard, and you don't want your loop to be too loose because it'll just cause too many problems, and you don't want to pull very tightly. So if you don't pull like this, that won't help you. So have your hook pointing forward, and you're going to wrap your yarn from back to front, and you're going to catch the yarn in the hook and take your loop, and you're going to drag that loop over your hook, and that is how you would make a chain. So you're going to wrap your yarn from back to front, catch it in the hook, and another way that you could do this is you could take your hook and move it like this, catch the yarn, and then pull through. The trick to this is you don't want to pull too tightly, and you don't want to have it too loose. So I'm yarning over. This is called yarning over, is when you bring your yarn over from back to front, and it's always from back to front. And then, so I'm just going yarning over and pull through. So how you would see your chains is, I'm going to hold this up to the camera here, and it looks like I have 3 V's here. So this first V is your first chain, the second V is your second chain, and this would be your third chain. The slip knot is not a chain, neither is the loop that is on your hook. just these 3. So I'm going to continue chaining for 8. So this is 3. So I'm going to bring my yarn over from back to front and pull through. 4. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. So this is something like what your chains should look like. Just keep practicing and you'll get better at it every time you do it. So now I'm going to teach you how to do the single crochet. How you would do this is when you single crochet, you would normally always count to the second chain down, so 1 and 2, down to that second V. And how we are going to do this is, so there are 2 sides to this V. You're going to want to go into the top one when you chain, or when you single crochet. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to insert my hook under that first loop, just like that. And for single crochet, we yarn over from back to front, and you're gonna bring that yarn under that chain, that first loop on your hook, and you're gonna draw that loop up. You should have 2 loops on your hook. Now you're gonna yarn over again and drag that yarn under the 2 loops on your hook. That is a single crochet. We're gonna go into, so this is that loop that's bigger right here. That's where you just went into your chain. So we're gonna bring our hook over to that second chain and insert there. And I'm gonna yarn over, pull through the first loop on my hook, yarn over, and pull through 2. That's my second single crochet. I'm going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to go into the next chain and yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2. So by this point, you should have 4 single crochets, and we're going to do that another 3 times. I'm going to go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. I'm going to go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. And one more time, and insert into that last chain. I'm gonna wrap the yarn around my hook and pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2. So there is your first row of single crochet, and now I'm going to teach you how we would do a second round. So for this, I'm going to do a chain 1. So this is what I showed you how to do in the beginning. So we're going to yarn over and pull through. That's 1 chain. Now, how this works is I'm going to turn this over, and you should look like this. It should kind of look like your chains. So it's those V's again. That's the top of your stitches. So when we single crochet, we would always start each row off with the chain 1, and I'm going to insert my hook under the 2 loops instead of 1 this time. So right at the base of that chain 1 is where I'm going to insert, and I'm going to go under 2 loops. I'm going to yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2. That is how you would do it on the second row. So I'm going to insert my hook into the next 2 loops and yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm going to continue doing this across the row. So another so another 4 times. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, insert under the next 2 loops here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert under the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Insert, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. And the last stitch will always be a little bit more tricky because usually it's a little bit tighter. So just try and get your way on, try and make your way under those 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. So if I were to continue making rows, it would be a repeat of that second row. So I would chain 1, and again I would insert under the 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So basically you would just continue going under the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and I'm just going to continue doing that across the row. And you would just keep repeating this until you have your 7 stitches. And this is how you would do the single crochet. So you could just keep repeating that second row until you reached your desired length. But once so if you wanted to end this, what you would do is you would yarn over and pull through. And then to end this, I would take my scissors and cut the yarn. And then pull up. And so it would look like you have a chain 1, but you've pulled that yarn through, and so it doesn't come undone, you want to just pull. Just like that. Now, you're probably wondering, how would I get rid of these ends? Because once you have a finished project, you don't want to have those ends sticking out. So you are going to want what is called a sewing needle. It's called a darning needle. And so they look like this. So it's going to have like a big eye. So you want that yarn to fit through. So what I'm going to do to sew in ends is I'm going to thread my needle. And sometimes if you're working with thinner yarn and it's a thinner needle, it can be a little bit harder. So usually what I like to do, and there's just different ways you can do this. It's not always exact, but basically just kind of weave your work in, kind of like this. So I like to take it to the back. And then how you would do this is you would take it and go under a few of those loops through the back. So I'm going like through these stitches. And if you really want it to be secure, so what you would do is I'm going to pull through once I get under a few of those stitches. And if you really wanted it to be secure, you could go back the other way, which is usually what I do. I would go back this way, like this. And it would be really secure, so it won't come undone. And so once you do that, you can just take it right there and clip it, and it won't come undone. And so that is how you do the single crochet and the chain and the slip knot. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope this helped you learn just one of the most basic stitches, the single crochet and the slip knot and the chain. And this is the beginning of a new series. It's going to be Crochet for Absolute Beginners, and I will teach you some other basic stitches that you will find in crochet patterns. So keep practicing this, and you can make your chain as long as you want. This was just a sample piece to show you how to sew in your ends and finish off. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!